Hello and welcome to Happy Handicrafts. Today we're going to be working on project number 10 from the book Paper Sloyd for Primary Grades by Ednah Anne Rich. Project number 10 is a fan, which initially you would think is pretty basic, but it actually turned out to be more difficult than our previous projects. Definitely required some accuracy and attention to detail and a lot of patience. But don't skip this one. I think it's worth it, and I think the results are very cute. The materials you're going to need for this project is the book, Paper Sloyd for Primary Grades. It's very useful for the instructions as well as the diagrams. You'll also need a hole punch, some scissors, some yarn or ribbon, a pencil, a ruler, some paper that's at least 12 inches on one side, and some glue. For this project, we are required to construct two 6-inch by 12-inch rectangles. Both of these papers will be made into fans, and in the end, they will be glued together for the final project. In this video, we're going to simply show you what we're doing with the first paper. So I would suggest that you pause the video after your first fan, make your second fan, and then we'll come back together to finish the project. So working with the first paper, on the back, we're going to measure 12 inches by 6 inches. As you can see, our paper is already 12 inches, so we don't need to cut it. We're going to measure in 6 inches now from the left. We're going to draw a dot, and then at the bottom as well, we'll measure in 6 inches. We'll make a small dot, and then we'll join those dots with the ruler and holding it firmly in place. The pencil too. We'll draw a line. This will give us a 6-inch by 12-inch piece, so you can go ahead and cut it out. Now, if you're like us, we got our paper in the scrapbook section of our favorite craft store. And when you cut this out, you're actually going to have two 6-inch by 12-inch pieces. So you can use both pieces to create your fan, or you can use a contrasting piece like we're going to do. Either way is fine. And there's our 6-inch by 12-inch rectangle. We're going to do the same with the other piece. You can pause the video if you need to do that. Now with the first piece, on the back, we are going to measure 1 inch, 3 inches, 5 inches, 7 inches, 9 inches, and 11 inches. We're going to draw a small dot at each of these. And now we're going to do it on the right side of the paper. Again, we're going to measure 1 inch, 3 inch, 5 inch, 7 inches, 9 inches, and 11 inches. All of the odd numbers. And we're going to draw a little dot at each of these. Next, we're going to join each of these dots, making horizontal lines across our rectangle. We found that accuracy in this is especially vital in this project, or you're going to end up with a very wonky fan. And I'm saying this out of experience. Now, when you've completed this, you're going to flip the paper over from top to bottom, leaving the right and left edges unchanged. Now you're going to measure down at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. All of the even numbers. You're going to draw a little dot at each of these numbers. And then you're going to do the same on the right hand side. Measure down at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 inches. Place a little dot at each of these numbers. And then very carefully, you're going to join each of those lines, again creating horizontal lines across your rectangle. Now you're going to use your ruler to fold and crease the lines, first on one side and then on the other. The ruler is optional, but we just find that it helps to make an accurate crease. Once you've creased, you can move the ruler away and reinforce that fold using a finger, the back of your fingernail, or even the ruler. Then you're going to flip it. And placing the ruler against the line on the other side, you're going to crease the paper, making another fold. And this is what you're going to do from one side to the other until all the folds have been made to the top. This way you're making 1-inch pieces of the fan. Each fold is 1 inch. And as you can see, Lucy is making sure that it stays accurate as we go along. Once we're finished with this part of the fan, we're going to do it again on the other part. All the same, exactly the same, and then we'll come together, like I said before, to put the two pieces together. Okay, that took longer than expected. So now we're done. We did both fans. We're going to glue them together. So first we're going to fit them together by bringing the edges together and just fitting them in nicely to the grooves. Now with some glue, we'll just glue the edges on these outer folds. Hold them together until they're firmly in place and they don't want to slide apart, and then do the other side. Again, hold them securely in place until the glue is semi-dried. Once the glue is dried, you can hold together the bottom of the fan and punch a hole through it. We'll then slip our yarn through the holes. And then we'll tie it in a tie. Make sure the tie is at the bottom of the fan. Here Lucy is moving it to the bottom because that will hold it more firmly in place, as you can see. Then we just tie it in a bow. And there's your fan. How cute is that? If you enjoyed this, please comment below. Let us know how you enjoyed it and like it, and let your friends know. We would love if you pass it on, and please subscribe. We're going to be doing this every week, so we look forward to seeing you then.